Hello and welcome, esports fans, to this third week of the EGFC Founders Invitational. We'll be playing out 4 prelimination weeks where the founders are competing against each other to earn their seating in the EGFC Founders Invitational, which is a big streamed event happening on January 25th and 26th, leading up to the start of EGFC Season 1. These games will be played in a best-of-5 format over this course of 4 non-consecutive weeks, so if you don't want to miss any of this action, make sure you're going over to Twitch and Twitter. Follow us away at official EGF, spelled just like it is.
Yeah, and today we're starting off with a match between the University of Delaware playing against Marist College, followed up with a match between Canisius College and Niagara University, and finally, closing the show, we have UT Arlington versus RIT.
Yes, sir. I am FBI Tugboat, joined by Navik the man. He is out there producing, he's out there casting, doing crazy stuff and getting it done. Really, yeah, just I guess to get the analysis started early, these are colleges from really all over the United States of America.
Yeah, no, they really are kind of everywhere and about. And honestly, I'm excited to get this going, right? We're already seeing, oh my goodness, Delaware almost finding the first goal already, right? Off of the backboard, getting ready for it. Tones trying to get it in. It's been a hot second since we casted some Rocket League Tug, but I'm excited to get back into the swing of it. Good challenge coming out from Kendall.
Yeah, we have done the Founders before, and we saw a lot of those matches going with points very, very early. That not being the case so far between University of Delaware and Marist College. Nice shot there, attempted follow-up there, not going to happen. University of Delaware now with the pressure on.
Yeah, good challenge coming out there. Positioning coming out from Kendall once again. Really, really well played. The Human L setting him up. Cypher tapping it away. You see Ground here though turning around, trying to get the hit. Gets it. Good contest. Cleared away by Tone here. Tug.
Yeah, nobody's really taken away in this game so far. Like, I'll reiterate my desire to have a counter for time of possession in this Rocket League game. You know, we have lots of other stats that would be nice to have, but I would be willing to bet that it's very, very even. We've seen these long-range defensive shots coming off all the way across midfield and stuff, and nobody has really pulled ahead score-wise or, you know, momentum advantage-wise yet in this first almost minute and a half of the game.
Yeah, and again, like you said, there's no goals being had, but that is going to be goal number 1 coming out for the University of Delaware, right? And that's good. Like a minute and a half into the game, they're going to be able to find the first goal, start to get it, the first goal of the night, and I'm sure there's plenty more to see.
Yeah, Grau there just taking advantage of some really good positioning. That was a Marist College team that was not ready for that rebound, or maybe just not that particular rebound, just given where the ball was gone. So balls like that will be hidden 9 times out of 10 when there's no defender and his place right there. This is collegiate, for the university level for you guys watching in the UK. I made the mistake of calling a university competition a college competition and was playing for it. Z-Ball with a fantastic block.
That was a good block coming up from Z-Ball. Like you said, the Human out looking to pass it to his teammate. A bit of a fake away. The waterfall comes out, but we do see Marist College managing to save it. The first demolition coming out onto Tone by KJ Kendall.
Look at that forecasted block here by Z-Ball. Literally made his way all the way across. Might get rewarded from this takeaway. Not going to happen. Grau exactly where he was on offense is exactly where he was on defense. Finding value from it through and through, Navik.
Yeah, and now, all right, once again, the University of Delaware finding themselves in that advantage state, looking for the pass from KJ Kendall, or to KJ Kendall. He's once again going to be resetting it up, looking for the bounce. Grau has control, pass it to Human L. Human L not prepared. A bit of miscommunication coming out there, Tug.
Yeah, a little bit surprising, especially how Grau has been. He's been right where he needs to be every single time, and that just, that miscommunication, miscoordination, and lack of, proper prime positioning would have led to University of Delaware scoring their second, but as it is, still just up 1-0, and that is no lead indeed in Rocket League.
Yeah, at the moment.
Oh, nicely done! What a shank there by the Human L. I think this was a Marist College team that was just was prepared to just let this bounce over the side, right?
Well, I think KJ Kendall
nobody was ready for that one.
KJ Kendall contested there, right? You saw it just at the start of that replay. Caught him off, and then, like you said, I think it was just a good reaction for the Human L, managing to completely capitalize on that situation and get his team a further lead.
Yep, two is a lead indeed in Rocket League, I tell you. One can go instantly as long as you have a second left. Teams can tie this up, but that capability is negated once you push that to 2. 1 minute 45 is looking at a University of Delaware team that's felt out Marist College a lot better and is so far able to maintain possession of this ball the vast majority of the past, say, 2 minutes now.
Yeah, no, they have had an incredible ball control here, and we're seeing an opportunity open up for Marist College. Cypher just needs to win, and he does win at that challenge right there. Good pass of reset. Oh no, Zeeble's not ready for it to come pinching out towards him like that, and now, once again, an opportunity is opening up for the University of Delaware.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that was an attempted pass or if that was just a good rebound. One way or another, that was University of Delaware finding value on that one, but now back on over, Marist College applying the pressure.
College is in a slight, okay, I was going to say, kind of going back into that midfield, that neutrally sort of back and forth, trying to figure out who's going to get the runaway.
Something I got to point out here, Navik, it looks like the University of Delaware, again, they've maintained possession, so I can't really say this in a bad way, really, but it just seems like they are all playing for ball, and there's not very much time when these University of Delaware players, all three, are not pretty close to this ball. They've gotten good rebounds, they've gotten good defenses. They just are getting from close to this ball to closer, or to farther away very, very quickly, just burning through boosts left and right. Now, they've opted and been able to have boosts when it matters, but just, again, just really playing really close to this ball.
Yeah, I mean, at the moment, it's working out for them, though. With a 2-goal lead, you can't really fault their methods, right?
No, really, you can't. This is still a very, very close game. Marist College is allowed for this 2-up. Looks like they might be losing this. 3 seconds to go, and now we have a winner for the first game. This is 2-0, possibly 2-1. The possibility is there. Yeah, okay. University of Delaware, strike it first. Best of 5, though, so they got, there's a Marist College that'll have at least 2 more chances.
Game 1, good to see though. If we're going to take a look over the stats here, we see Ground with 3 shots onto the goal, 2 saves, 1 goal, no assists coming out. KJ Kendall, like I said, right, I think KJ Kendall was a bit of the MVP that time round, right? He wasn't making the flashes of plays, wasn't setting up for everything, but what he was doing is playing for his team, and I think that's the most important thing that you can be doing in those situations, right? There's no team if you're just trying to hit it into the goal constantly.
Exactly. We've said it before, we'll say it again. Me and Navik are more along the mental faculties that having extremely varied numbers is better than having a player with 3 goals, 6 shots, and then no assists and no saves. Just being an offensive player or just being a defense player on the other side. You want these numbers to be very all over the place, right? You want to have at least a couple, at least a goal or 2, and then even more assists. In an ideal world, at least a save or 2. Obviously, shots come directly from your goals.
Yeah, absolutely. And now,
8. Look at this. University of Delaware with 8 of them. We're only looking at 3 on the other side from Marist, right?
Yeah, and I also believe that we're seeing a substitution. I was just talking about how I think KJ Kendall was doing really, really well, but they've subbed him out for Lego My Ego. Okay,
so maybe, like we were just saying, this is a University of Delaware team, and maybe this is 3 crafting at its worst, honestly. But maybe this is a University of Delaware team that wants a player playing more, of a specific role, more of a defensive player, more of an offensive player, something like that. Don't know, though.
Possibly, I'm unsure, but we're coming into game 2 now, coming up with that kick off. The advantage state seems to have fallen into Marist. So the fake away there, okay, interesting. Decided to go over for the bump.
Fantastic.
Yeah, that's interesting. The Tone, I figured Tone would have gone for a more aggressive rotation, try and clear the ball straight into Delaware's goal after getting the bump. They didn't quite find it. Goal number 1, going to be going to the University of Delaware.
Yeah, not without attempt there by Cypher. He got over in the corner, but just again, the angle of his Rocket League car was such that hit it into the corner, was not able to get that one out. I mention this all the time as well. I love Grau's score animation there at the end, the black, almost like oil black, popping out from the scores from the goal.
Once again, coming up to the kickoff, only 30 seconds into the game. Tone with a good clear. Lego My Ego, though, playing it patiently, gets it past one of the defenders. Grau looking to follow it up. Gets challenged. The ball goes the opposite direction, managing to alleviate a lot of the pressure coming out onto Marist College.
Yeah, and just like that, teams do it before. It's one of the oldest tricks in the book. If you're not set up, just pop this baby up, either right or left side. You can even do it in front of your goal, just as long as you have players to block once it comes down. It is one of the easiest and most reliable ways to make sure that your opponent will not attempt to score on you in the next 3 seconds or so, and that 3 seconds can be a lifetime in Rocket League.
Yeah, definitely can get that. It gives people a chance to rotate as well, and also gives the defense a chance to consider or the offense a chance to consider maybe they don't want to go for the shot, go for that defensive rotation, get the boost, and kind of reset the whole situation, go back to neutral, if you will.
That was Grau and the Human L just kind of playing keep away from Tones there for a while. He got several different rebounds, but even through that effort, pressure has been on Marist College for a while. Now Grau coming up top and making sure that this ball does not go back his way.
Yeah, and now once again, okay, Tone getting a good touch there, contested away by the Human L. Grau going after the ball, trying to stop Z-Ball, manages successfully as well.
Nice.
Now in control, going to be pushing it down the lane. Cypher looking to steal it away, doesn't find it as the Human L reacts really, really well.
Yeah, this is a University of Delaware team that has won these individual 50-50s almost every time, I think, and just report the news here, man. Marist College has to come forth and like show that prowess in these individual almost like duels, right? Because even with the 3 players, not just duos, those are going to happen all the time, no matter what.
Yeah.
Got to win them. Got to maintain ball possession. University of Delaware up 1-0 now as we're approaching halftime, game 2.
Okay, now coming in. We see the momentum in the side of Marist College. All right, the contest from Grau does benefit them. The Human L, interestingly, there did have the boost to try and get a tap there, try and push it further down the lane, but no, it doesn't.
Yeah.
Plays it safe.
I saw that as well. Just kind of like honestly, kind of like opting not to. What I'm going to call that as is good good communication, excuse me, from his teammates and just saying like don't waste it. We'll play where it lies.
Yeah. No, I definitely was also thinking possibly that being the option there. Or maybe just a mental decision of just going, let's see where this goes, play it out, and then I have the boost. Oh, a bit of a missed opportunity, but Marist College.
See a ball all over it. Trying to, prove that name, get all over this ball, make himself one with it.
Yeah.
Prove value so far. Marist College just really needs an offensive push, and
this could
might
be their
be
opportunity.
it.
Cypher
Cypher's trying to get in position.
Oh, he couldn't run it down. I don't know if he didn't have the boost. He got the tap there. Tap to Tones. The rotations need to be perfect if they want to get this ball in. But the Human L manages to get it past the 1. Are they going to get past 2? Grau contested. The pinch coming out, resetting it into the corner here. The corner play. Lego sees an opportunity, but it gets stolen away by Cypher.
I gotta say, if Z-Ball had not gotten demolished, chances were he was going to be back, or on the opposite side of the field. As it was, he respawned 1 second later and was able to knock that one in. That was a runaway shot by any measure, by any definition of the phrase, and that's kind of an example where demolishing an opponent actually comes back to bite you.
Yeah, and I mean, like you said, sometimes it does really just backfire that way. And now we see the opportunity. There's Marist College are still down a goal, though. A minute left on the clock. The buzzer coming out.
Super close as we hit 1 minute, like you said. And as I say that, man, Grau, that's a second snake shot on in there. Just absolutely perfecting these angles. That was a great job by Lego Maego. That was not a shot by any means. That was what we call a pass, right?
Yeah. And worked out very beneficial for Delaware here. Very similar scoreline to what we saw in game 1, right? That 2-0. From Delaware. So Marist College here needing to kind of break out their streak, or they're going to be put into a situation where they need to reverse sweep.
Well, one could say that the scoreline is actually identical to what it was beforehand.
Well,
I'm just messing with you. I'm just messing with you, Navik. 40 seconds or so, and this can still go either way. Marist College has maintained possession and gotten a lot of shots on this game. They just obviously have not been able to get any of those in. And as I say that, nicely done. The Grau demolition resulting in a score. That'll be Marist College's first so far in game 2 of this best of 5. Now down 1-2, 30 seconds left. This is anybody's game again, Navik.
Yeah, and that's the situation that we see, right? 30 seconds left onto the clock. We could see a kickoff goal. All Marist College need to do is put in one more here, and we could be going into overtime. It's completely doable. They just need to get the advantage here and find a breakaway.
Yeah, I always say this, but I love the overtime rules in this game, and especially given that ball does not expire, or time does not expire until the ball hits the ground. Pressure on, and that was a fantastic shot. Lego Maego all over this one. Maybe that's the reason why they substituted Kendall.
Yeah, Lego Maego playing really, really well here off of KJ Kendall, but this is an opportunity for Marist to get a shot on to go. Grau saves it there, though. 1 second left on the clock. They're going to... Oh, my God, Z-Balls manages to grab it. I thought he was going to be able to chip it over. But
good spike there by University of Delaware in the very end. 2-1 scoreline to end the second game, going again for Delaware. So as Marist College is back up against the wall.
Yeah, once again, if we look over the scorelines, ladies and gentlemen, Grau getting those the top scoring position, or once again, 3 shots onto the goal, 1 save, 2 goals. But Lego Maego doing everything KJ Kendall was doing with the assists, but also getting shots onto goals and a save. So, I mean, I understand the switch a little bit now, kind of playing a similar role to what KJ Kendall was playing, but also, you know, playing a bit more aggressive as well on those rotations. And I think that's what it comes down to, is those aggressive rotations and transitions from defensive positions is important.
Okay. And again, this is a University of Delaware team. 7 total shots. It's 2-1 W. Again, last game, the 2-0, we saw 8 total shots. I believe that one was, score-wise, was entirely one person's, shots, right? Only goals from one person for Delaware?
Yes, yeah, they were all from one player. That is correct.
Gotcha. Server is down for maintenance. I'm going to be rejoining this. We'll be back with you guys in just a couple seconds. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. We're here in Game 3, possibly the last game between the University of Delaware and Marist College. FBI Tugboat here, joined with the Wild Man Navik, casting, producing, all that stuff. I have a couple important responsibilities this cast as well, right?
Yeah, you're keeping track of the score.
One.
It's always appreciated. It's always good for analytics and statistics.
Oh, do you know what this means? This means the casters actually do control the outcome of this game, because they can play whatever, but whatever I put in that Google sheet is what's going to be, the God honest truth.
Well, no, it will be double checked. But it'll be
oh man,
checked, but
I was already letting the power get in my head.
We are going to immediately get into the game here. Once again, Marist College down 2. They are put into a situation where they are going to have to reverse sweep the opposition of University of Delaware.
Yeah, I mean, this is the circumstance we saw last time, the last game of the Founders Invitational between Navik and myself. Team getting rolled 2 games, coming back, and third game winning in overtime and pushing all the way to Game 5 and taking the dub. Almost first shot coming in there. Lego Mayoga getting real aggressive. Call this guy the bomber.
Yeah, here we go. Once again, all right, Grau taking control. Cypher challenging it. Good challenge coming out there for Marist College, letting Tones get revived after that demolition, buying themselves some time. Went out. We're already a minute into the game. It feels like we just started.
Yeah, it really does. Lego Mayoga with 2 demolitions there, actually. Last time we were talking about how that really didn't do them any favors, but this time that was really just, I think, kind of a result of team not being fully set up, because otherwise that would have been, 2/3 of your players gone. That would have been easy W's all day long, as it was. Great rebound from the remaining player, and, no harm, no foul. Nobody scored on that one.
No, once again, the pressure is on the University of Delaware for the first time in a while, right? Because they've just been able to score and find goals. Marist, of course, putting them in a fairly defensive position at the end of that last game. So is this Marist College that has finally kind of come with it? There's an opportunity. Nobody going for the offensive.
That is Heartbreak Hotel here for Mr. 2,000 pounds. Tones right there. Did not, that was an attempted guillotine, and we've seen that many, many times. Obviously, Tones is a player, just by watching this, 7 minutes now, that this is a guy who can get it done. He knows how to do the aerials. He knows how to do it, but that was just a bare difference of, just a couple of degrees off on that angle. Nothing doing. Again, this game approaching halftime. where we have seen both in games 1 and 2, somebody score at least in the first minute.
Yeah, and now coming out once again. All right, Marist College, though, again, it's still 0-0, but the ball possession has been in favor, I think, for the over majority of the game for Marist College, which will be a first coming into this set.
Yeah, this is I think third time pressure has been on Marist College, and every time they do exactly that. Cypher or Tones has been able to get this ball over on the side, and they always hit it from left to right side midfield. There's not been some huge long balls just sending out the other way, or long shots onto goal. Really a different team that we've seen so far. Pressure is on. Looks like they're making the most of it.
Yeah, all right, once again here, Z-Ball, all right, Human L getting a touch. Looking to set up for his team, out of boost, isn't going to be able to get the momentum. Growl, though, sets it up, re-centers it. They get it past one of the Delaware players here. Human L rotating back defensively, I like that. Clearing it straight back into Marist court.
UD has had a player back every single time. There's several different times that we would have seen a Marist College with many higher numbers in that right side of the box up top here. If University of Delaware did not have somebody playing back, somebody playing defensively exactly where they need to be, and rotating when they want to as well. Z-Ball getting one in, minute and a half left, and this is Marist College in the driver's seat for the first time of this matchup.
Yeah, Marist College finding the first goal, like you said, is super duper important, as they're now going to have the momentum. They want to come back, right? If you're a Marist College fan, or perhaps even a student, right, and you're watching the stream, you're very excited right now.
Yeah, this is where the Cinderella story starts. This is where the comeback of the century does occur, or does generate. I don't know. I'm trying to use fancy words. Moving along here. 1 minute 17 seconds left. Marist College in the driver's seat again. They really want to put up another quick one here to put the ball fully into University of Delaware's court and force them to score twice in a minute.
Yeah, and they are doing a good job at that, right? They're putting in the work, if that's the objective they're trying to reach towards. Growl hit, trying to touch it, all right, gets it past one. He is going to be able to find that goal.
Wow. Okay, so let's watch. Let's see that in instant replay. This is going over not one, but two players. Cypher right there. And both actually, yeah, both of the players actually. Z-Ball, great awareness there. Good positioning. Sorry. Good awareness once he realized that the positioning where he wasn't ideal, and not going for the ball, but then instead going for a goal to try and block. Now, he didn't get it, of course, but the attempt was there, and that was a difference of a millisecond, really, right? Like, yeah. That ball could have been blocked in different situations.
No, absolutely. He played that well. That was a good offensive rotation coming out. And now in a 1-1 situation, I think it's it's obviously in both these teams' best interest to try and find a goal and not let it go to overtime. But with how we've seen this game go, Marist College finds the opportunity, and they're going to put it in.
Wow. So Growl down bottom, not able to get to that one. Did he get tapped? Yeah, that was Tones in his way. Nicely done. Okay. See, that's what these replays allow for, just really awesome micro plays like that, right? Like, you don't get better. You don't always need to pass the ball necessarily, right? That is the definition of assist all day long.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And it definitely worked out for them there, right? Now having a goal lead up, 20 seconds left onto the clock. Even if they make a mistake and Delaware finds a goal, they're going into overtime. I don't see Delaware scoring 2 goals in 15 seconds. No,
it's not the way these two teams have been playing. Nobody is giving scores up easily in this. Now this is a Marist College team that just wants to keep this ball up in the air and away from their goal. Just eat up this last 3 seconds of time, let this tap on the bottom again. They're not going to touch it? No, that was just a really long pass by the University of Delaware. Here it comes. Marist College says no go. Marist College going to be your winners of game 3 here. Now 2-1 in the best of 5 lineup.
Yeah, they're not going down without a fight, right? They're not letting this be a 3-0. Let's have a look at this. Z-Ball really stepping it up. 4 shots onto the goal, finding those 2 goals. Tones with the 2 assists, right? And we saw him help on that second goal, even more so when he got the bump and the touch away and pushed the opposition of Delaware. And so it really worked out for them. Good communication coming out there. Marist College really proving that they aren't going down without a fight.
Yeah, player of the game, 100% is Tones. Not just the exemplification is that assist that he had. That was just, it wasn't even some huge knock to send this guy all the way, the other side of the map. It was just literally a tiny tap to make it so that I believe that was Grau was not able to get on top of this ball. And perform defensively. That was just fantastic Rocket League all the way through. And again, you don't always need to come in 100 miles an hour to demolish somebody or to send their car flying to the other side of the map. Sometimes that is all you need.
Yeah, and now we have another game to play. I'm looking forward to it. I do see that we've got
possibly two.
Yeah, 2 players from the University of Delaware though leaving the game, so maybe we're seeing some substitutions coming out there.
We have the opportunity. Do you want to give them a minute to discuss it, talk about it?
Well, we're seeing them join up already. KJ Kendall is in now. Everybody does seem to be in.
So Kendall back. Maybe he just, maybe he had to take the trash out. Maybe he had to, eat some food right quick or hydrate, right?
Yeah, I mean, drink water, people. It's important.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Here you go. You're you're not weekly. You're regular reminder to go forth and drink a little bit of water. Hydration is key, and your body literally does everything better when you're hydrated. So go drink some water. Not Gatorade, not soda, not alcoholic beverages. Those of you who are the age of 21 and above.
Right, we are
water, H2O.
Gonna get into game number 3.
Hey, I'm trying to be positive with my public health safety.
Completely reasonable. But you know what I'm trying to do? I'm trying to watch some cars hit a ball and play Rocket League, or formerly known as Supersonic Acrobatics Rocket-Powered Battle Cars. And at the moment, Marist College trying to find that first goal.
That was extremely close to it, Navik, and I think this is a Marist College team that would have loved to see that be their first goal of this game, right? Something very early, something kind of even slower, right? Like just straight up, and something that really makes a statement against the University of Delaware.
Yeah, and it would have been a statement indeed. But so far, kind of back into that neutral game, a lot of back and forth.
So something I've noticed here, especially with that one going off, Kendall or Lego My Ego have gotten 9 of the 10 demolitions. If it was just 1 or 2, I'd say that it was on purpose, or it was on accident, excuse me, or it was just an anomaly. But maybe this is a University of Delaware team that's kind of running positions and having players fill out those roles, maybe?
Possibly.
I mean, it's a lot of demolitions.
It's interesting, though, to see that we saw Lego My Ego win 1 game. KJ Kendall, of course, winning the first game as well. So switching back to him, that's a good position to be in if you're a Delaware fan.
Nicely done. Human L here. That doesn't get much better than that. Look at that. That's Tones there. That's Brawl right up in your face. And this guy bounces it against the ground. Fantastic.
Coming into the kickoff here, Marist College getting it past Grau, and one more of the players. I believe that was the Human L, but they do defensively rotate. Okay, Grau just getting the touch once again, now returning back onto that pressured state.
Well, spending a lot of time over here on the wall. Again, not something we've seen a whole lot. Really, this has been a ground and pound game with this ball spending a little bit of time in corners when players put it there defensively to buy their teammates a little bit of time, frequently after the demolitions have come out, right?
Yeah, the Human L, that with an aggressive bump.
Now pressure's on against Marist again. We're heading up close to 2 minutes of game time, but Tones just completely takes that away, and now it's against Delaware. Fantastic job by them. We were talking earlier about one-on-ones, and Marist College has done a much better job of winning those.
Absolutely. KJ Kendall here with good touch. Tones clearing it away here. Grau back on the action, though, recentering it. The Human L sees an opportunity, takes a shot, hits slightly too wide.
Yeah, Kendall had a perfect opportunity there to edge this one out. It was a hard shot to make. No hatred there. We just would have obviously seen a difference in the scorelines had he made it.
Yeah. Now, still though, right? You can't fault Delaware. There's still a goal up at the moment.
Yep, halftime now. No crazy high-scoring games in this matchup between Marist College and the University of Delaware so far, which I gotta say is almost something that you and I have gotten used to over there at the Power 5, right?
Yeah.
Like, double-digit games sometimes and things like this.
It does happen. Now, good shot onto goal.
Nicely done, Kendall.
Both of these teams showing that they are, they're pretty well even matched, although the scoreline is 2-1. Like, Marist College, I would not be surprised if we see a couple goals coming out and we go to a game 5.
No, absolutely not. Again, this has been incredibly close. No game so far has been won by more than 2. The first game was a 2-0, second game was 2-1, third game 1-2. So that's a score differential total of 4 between 3 different games?
Yeah, it seems so.
Wild.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That is the second goal coming out, though.
Man. gotta say, man, that was maybe not an easily defensible ball. That's not something I could have done necessarily, but that's a play. That's a block there that Z-Ball, given his level of skill in Rocket League, usually would have made.
Yeah, I could definitely, from what we've seen out of Z-Ball, would definitely agree with that one.
Oh, no.
Okay, Z-Ball though, talking about the
Little redemption action.
Definitely redeemed himself.
Yeah, 100%. And again, not that I'm saying that in like a good way. A player of that level, a player of that caliber of skill, and a long ball that's gonna land, I think. No, it's not. Oh my goodness. Back and forth, the roller coaster of emotions over here. 3-0 now. University of Delaware taking their biggest lead in a game so far tonight.
Yeah, and the fact that that's the biggest lead is unbelievable.
First long ball too.
Oof.
Well, first long ball to make the goal, I guess I should say. Both of these teams have been rebounding this the entire lengths of the field left and right, but that is the first one that goes down.
Yeah, and now a minute left onto the clock. Marist College down 3 goals. This is not the place that the Foxes wanted to find themselves in, but that's where they are.
There's entire games that haven't had 3 goals scored in them. If we just, think about history, this is a Marist College team that is not going to score 3 times here. Nobody, I don't think both teams have scored 3 times in a minute yet, right?
Yeah. No, not at all.
Both of these teams very good at preventing that runaway, right? This would be a 2-0 if there was not the super long ball made by University of Delaware. Great shot by them, not taking anything away from them whatsoever. But this could very easily be a different game.
Now,
another attempted long ball. Cypher is there. Looks like Tone's trying to get on the action, but nothing doing. Not so easily, at least.
Yeah, once again, this might be goal number 4 coming out for Delaware as KJ Kendall sets it up. Grau stealing it away. Actually, causing for the... Okay, are they looking to get a rotation here for a really long clear? Yeah, right. L gets it to Kendall. Kendall misses. Maybe that was on purpose. With us 5 seconds left onto the clock, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's safe to say that we can congratulate the University of Delaware for taking the series. But we've also got to highlight Marist College. Put in a fight there, took a round off of them, was looking for that reverse comeback. I think we were all secretly hoping for that Cinderella story. But a final look, Grau, once again for the 3rd game that his team has won, and I believe all 4 games, has been the top point player on his team. 2 goals, 2 shots. Yeah, I think he's scored every single goal except for 1.
No. I think in the game that Marist College won the 3rd one, I think, not 100% sure, but I think that Lego My Ego scored more than he did. But your point is that Grau was a very, very good player who contributed a lot to that, and that statement is not incorrect whatsoever.
No, yeah, very consistent. And I mean, all of these players played extremely well. But we will be hopping into a quick break momentarily as we prepare, ladies and gentlemen, for Canisius College playing against Niagara University. We'll be right back with more Rocket League action in just a moment.
Hello and welcome back, Rocket League fans. I'm FBI Tugboat joined here with Navik. We got more of the Founders Cup coming at you. This is a best-of-5 matchup between Canisius College and Niagara University. Navik, how are we feeling? What are we thinking?
I mean, I always like seeing these teams play. I loved watching them play yesterday in Super Smash Bros. And now we get to see them play once again in some Rocket League. It's always fun to see these teams compete against each other. And already, of course, if we go quickly over this, we of course have Canisius in the blue and Niagara rocking that orange.
Yes, sir. Canisius, made up of I'm Stuff, herefore referred to as Stuff. GLXI, we'll call him Glixie, and Lord Bappo. None of these names being new.
No, I don't believe so at all. But Glixie finding goal number 1.
It's a fantastic job starting this momentum off. Advantage to the team. It's Canisius College here again in the blue. First shot in 25 seconds. That is just stars different from what we saw first game, right? Nobody scoring, not even very many shots coming out in the first minute.
Yeah, no, it was quite patient. We saw it very back and forth in game set last time. And so now coming out into this, we might see a bit more of an aggressive momentum. Is that Canisius? I've seen them play a few times, and they always seem to be playing very, very fast. Quite an explosive team once they get momentum. On the side of Niagara, though, when they get going, they're forced to be reckoned with as well.
Exactly. Pressure on here against Niagara. Kind of playing keep away in the corners over here. That was not to buy time. That was I was trying to set up a shot. Niagara playing very close to ball. I would be surprised if they recreate those offensive pushes like that. Trying to take this ball down bottom slow is not going to get you anything against a team like Canisius.
Now, once again, pressure being put onto Canisius by Niagara. Lord Bappo getting the touch here. Nobody around defensively to rotate to clear it. There is a touch made by I'm Stuff. Glixie looking defensive here. Not trying to overcommit, but also keeping his eye on the ball, keeping it close.
Yeah, that was so far. Niagara making the defense look decently easy. Lord Bappo had a wide open goal on that and just hit top right corner bar on that. That's Heartbreak Hotel. I've been there myself.
Well, now once again,
possession.
97, okay, does get challenged away by I'm Stuff. I'm Stuff has a shot opportunity on to go. It's gonna go in.
Canisius up 2-0 here now. This is a team that has improved and definitely learned since this caster had the pleasure of commentating their play last time. It's been quite a while is what I'm saying. 3 minutes to go here as Canisius up 2-0.
Yeah, Canisius in a good spot at the moment. 2 goals, like you say, is you're definitely starting to get a bit more of a lead at that point. I'm Stuff looking to try and make it 3, going for the one-man army commitment, but Niagara
I like it.
Find themselves in that advantage state, right? They can now try and clear it past the opposition. Glixie stealing it away, though. Gets it past 1, tries to get it past 2, but Mitt manages to slow it down. Austin Mitt now pushing it together, the 2-man crew.
Yeah, double trouble here is we've seen several shots in the past 2 seconds, or a couple of shots in the past 2 seconds, like I should say. Canisius College back in the driver's seat, got pressure on. Nice plays away. If Lord Bappo gets this, oh man, that was a long breakaway there, assisted in the end by Lord Bappo, but the defense is there, not able to get that one. That would have been going up 3-0 in a series with less than halftime left would have been fantastic for Canisius College, man.
Yeah, no, I mean, you know, getting that point differential, always nice to see. But, oh my goodness, the crossbar is going to go in. Glixie finding another one.
Okay, I got to call this like I see it. I think what that was is us being there and, yeah, so he missed. Okay, sorry, I thought that Ost actually got his car tapped by a teammate there. Just barely setting him off, but what that was an attempted defensive, that was just Ost not getting it exactly.
Yeah, no,
very close though.
Very close. Not quite find it, but again, if you were tuning in earlier and you were watching the University of Delaware against Marist College game, it was a very different scenario, right? Because this has been very explosive. We've seen goal attempts after goal attempts, not too much on the neutral. There's going to be goal number 4 coming out for
Canisius, yeah, that's
Canisius.
Lord Bappo here. Man's been all over the ball, and the pressure has been present from this guy constantly. I believe that's his third shot now for first goal, though. Lord Bappo has assisted a lot in this game, like literally everything, right? Like he's blocked balls, he's set up balls that would not have just simply not been there otherwise. Playing very, very well-rounded is our Lord Bappo player here for Canisius.
Legend, okay, back and forth future legend. The legend at 27, you could say, is
Future Legend 27.
Oh, the memes. But once again,
Memes?
yeah, the legend 27.
I don't know what memes are. I don't know what memes
Oh,
are. I'm old. I'm
okay,
scared.
Boomer. Right
1
now,
minute.
mid 97.
1 minute
saving it
left.
away.
Yeah. Man, oh man, you get turned 28 and get called a boomer. Who would have guessed? 55 seconds on is pressure still against Niagara. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and make this call. Niagara has had this ball up in their face so much because of how little time of possession they've had, right? Like when they do have it, they go up here and instantly make shots. They're wasting no time, but again, I wish we had that number, Navik, because I can guarantee you that Canisius College's time of possession would probably be 3 times what it is for Niagara.
Yeah, it'd definitely be interesting, right? Because I think the more interesting bit is the overall percentile, right? If it was like a 66 to 33%, because like I think that gives you a slightly better idea of how much of the game was spent. And
well,
yeah,
if you just do time, you could. If you just do time, you could figure that out, right?
Works. But
well,
actually, going to fight goal number 5.
That's asking casters to do math, and that just makes me sick. Makes me want to like, spit or something. I'm not about it. 5-0 now for Canisius College. A little bit of a barn runner here, Navik.
Yeah, not quite going to Brazil. 10 or 12 seconds left on the clock. I should be specific, but at the moment, I think it's safe to say Canisius will be taking game 1. However,
I'm trying to think.
Statistically, if they now they can't math it, but
if I remember right, like a 150-50 where you get a breakaway shot that is going very fast takes something like 2.5 seconds, like from the beginning, or no, sorry, 2 seconds from the beginning of the shot. So
yeah, they could.
You can kind of factor that in.
They could have just made it if they got 5 kickoff goals, but
well, also if you had a Canisius College team that just controller dies and like all 3 of them just kind of sit still, right? Like,
yeah,
like it is something that is physically possible, but almost never going to happen in high level Rocket League to get multiple shots, maybe 1, but multiple shots in that first initial 2-second minimum. Just calling it like it is.
Absolutely, but Glixie with 3 goals at 4 shots on. I will argue though that I'm stuffed should probably be 2-2 because Glixie got a cheeky little tap as it was going to go in anyway and kind of took one of the goals. But system says it was 3 for Glixie, so good on Glixie. Looking overall, though, if we look on the Niagara side, the stats aren't looking too great, right? We see 2 saves from Mitt, but only 2 shots against Canisius' total 10. But we are going into game 3. Again, it could just be, though, that warm-up break, kind of getting ready, getting used to it again, and getting used to their opposition. And we have seen reverse sweeps happen before. So I'm just thinking maybe we see it again.
I mean, I hear you, Navik. It is our job as commentators to call this match as accurately as we can. Having a player doesn't even hit triple digits points. Obviously, you're not going to have assists if you have no goals. But having a player that doesn't even hit 100 points, just not ideal situations. That is forcing a situation where another player has to carry just way, way, way more. Like you said, I'm pretty sure that was what we were looking at was a warm up. And Niagara University is going to come through and is going to perform better in this game too.
Yeah, I'm hoping that they do. It definitely, we want to be seeing those balance games. We want to be seeing these teams performing to the best of their ability. And hopefully now, coming into game 2, it's a fresh page for Niagara. Let's see how they do.
Yeah, no substitutes. Obviously, last game, if you're just now tuning in, last game we saw 2 substitutes total, which is about 2 more than the average, right?
Yeah.
Oh man,
okay,
toss right there, nicely done. Niagara University flowing on like water, pun intended. Seriously, look at this midfield, just straight shot, like it. I don't think Lord Bappo had the boost to get to respond to that one, but nobody from the side of Canisius College was expecting that one.
No, they really weren't. And now once again, Niagara with the lead with like 10 seconds into the game as well. They really got that. That was one of the 5 kickoff goals they needed last game.
Yeah, exactly right. First,
oh my goodness,
first goal coming very quickly, and Ost with the second. Okay, wasting no time. That's what I was saying about Niagara, right? Wasting no time. 23 seconds in, an average of 12.5 seconds per goal. Or no, 11.5, excuse me, I'm a fool.
Yeah.
See, I told you, dude, Caster's doing math. It's no good.
Caster math doesn't work. But again,
Fire and gasoline, man.
Once more though, Niagara with a 2-goal lead. I mean, this is exactly what they wanted to see coming out straight into this game as well.
Yeah.
Now all they need to be doing... Huh?
Yeah, you add another one on top of this, you're looking at a Niagara team that's completely flipped the script, right? Going up 3-0, especially if they do that in the first minute. Talk about momentum, we talk about sending messages, we talk about who's in the driver's seat, and that's I'm Stuff responding here from Canisius College. Now you're only looking at a score differential of 1. Uno
maths. Let's see another one.
Uno mas. That's what it means.
Yeah. One
do you
more.
real quick, do you guys take a foreign language in high school and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, French.
Okay. Is it always French?
Pretty much French or German. That's gonna be goal number 2 coming out by Glixie.
And now while we're over here learning about international cultures and places that we do not live, this is a Canisius College team tying it all the way up again. 1 minute in. Last game there were 5 goals scored total in the entire game. Navik. In this game, in less than a minute, in 55 seconds, we have had 4 total.
Yeah.
That is just telling of a very different game, and at least one team that is playing very,
oh my
very
goodness, they're
differently.
gonna roll in. Oh no, Niagara,
Wow.
you can't be letting that happen. Lord Poe
What?
finding the
Yeah, what just hang on. I am complete. Oh my, that was Ost missing, and then another commit here. I believe that was Future Legend, and Mitt. I mean, he knew that the other 2 teammates were otherwise incapacitated. You gotta be in position for that, my friend.
Yeah, unfortunately there was the triple commit that came up by Niagara. Some bad communication, maybe a bad call from their captain, maybe a bit of panic coming out.
Well, so Mitt did commit as well. Mitt did commit. Haha. I must have just missed it. Moving on along here, all gravy. 1.5 minutes played so far. 5 total scores between these 2 games. This is how many we saw last time. Wide open shot. Oh my goodness. Stuff must be kicking himself right about now. It'd be super nice to double up against Niagara, especially given they have scored 3 unanswered after Niagara's 2 unanswered.
Okay. Tap.
What?
Trying to get it. The demolition coming out onto Ost by Glixie. I'm Stuff finding goal number 4.
Stuff. Proving that name, stuffing that one on in there, especially after demolition. I liked what was done there. Glixie literally surrendered the body to block off that last shot. Glixie got mad, demolished him, sends him back to spawn. And in the thick of things, Canisius College able to score again. Now on their own 4-0 run, make it a 5-0 run.
Oh my goodness, once again. That was...
What is going on? Yeah,
7 goals in
2
minutes.
I just realized. So this game, the entirety, there has not been any 1-to-1 back and forth whatsoever. We came through, we saw Canisius College scoring 5 in a row.
Yeah.
And then coming through here, Niagara scoring 2 in a row. And then so far, Canisius scoring 5 in a row, looking to make it 6.
Yeah, at the moment, they are putting in some work. Very Bappo playing it patiently, gets it past 1, gets it past 2. No way, this man gets it past all 3! But he doesn't find the goal.
Again, man. I'm Stuff did it once. That's Lord Bappo's 2nd time of just honestly being right there and just the angle just a little bit off. Hitting it a little bit too far left, a little bit too far right. But that is why you got guys like Glixie.
Yeah, I mean, that worked out in the end of the day. But Lord Bappo managed to get it past 3 and then just didn't commit and find the actual goal.
Yeah. It's infrequent that you're going to see something like that, right? If you're getting past not 2, but even 3, generally you're going to be rewarded with a score on top. That just came a little bit later in the form of this teammate, Glixie.
Yeah. Now, once again, in that situation, 4 goes up, 5 goes up. Oh, no.
That was forecasted like the weather, my friend. We got a good angle on that one. Now we're watching the replay. And again, yeah, that was right there. That was Mitt, and that was Ost 117, both double committing on the defense. Future 11 just kind of sitting out, like kind of left out in the lurch on that. Can't let those ones happen. Now a 7-score run for Canisius. The up and down might lead to another one. Glixie hitting top bar.
We're almost to the equivalent of Brazil. If they manage to get an 8 goal, that'd be a 7-1 difference.
What?
Ooh. Huh?
What'd you say?
I said we're almost at a Brazil. If they find another goal, 8-2 is the equivalent of a 7-1 difference.
I thought I knew the United States of America pretty well, and I'm pretty sure that neither of these colleges are anywhere near Brazil, but I have an idea. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Don't worry about it.
Anyway, pressure's on! All the way in!
Go.
Us now breaking the streak. Minute and 45 seconds left, and 4 down. This is a Niagara team that can come forth and still tie this up. This is not out of their reaches quite yet. What they need, though, is a similar type of run that Canisius just did, though.
Ooh. Yeah, no, they need to be finding goals back to back to back, Tug.
Yeah, and they what, need like a 25-second average or something like that on right now? Pressure has been against Niagara so far. Now they're bringing it to him, trying to rock it to the house. Decent setup, but after a nice rebound, defenders all over this one. Oh, that's a nice shot over.
Yeah, alright, trying to get something. Lord Vapor trying to get it past. Gets it to Glixie. Glixie looking to take a shot.
That was awesome. A nice rebound on that one. It came down the middle, but was just off a very little bit. Again, high-level players like this are going to be able to, angle those off, really well. Pressure still on by Lord Bappo. He's not willing to give this one up.
Now, once again, Ost looking to run it back. Passes it. Ost doesn't actually get it. He just goes for the run here. Looking for the hit. We seem to be experiencing some latency issues on that. I can actually visually see it now. Yeah, I'm having a slight connection issue, but that's no worries. We've got 30 seconds left onto the clock. That ball is flying towards Canisius' goal.
This is getting less and less probable, but this is the first one. Nope, not gonna happen. Looks to get into taken away from him. Pressure on. Niagara's on this one. Mid with a nice setup, but oh, nice angle on this one. Oz hitting it from the side, knocking the inside of the goal, and again with that angle and momentum of the ball, able to rock this one to the house. 3 more goals would be necessary for Niagara University to tie this one up. 18 seconds. It's possible, but it is not likely, Cabin.
No, it is 3. Yeah, like you said, 3 goals in 18 seconds is definitely a momentum cast, right? So it feels a bit David versus Goliath situation.
Indeed. Starts here, though. There's another one. Now 2 goals, 5 seconds. Oh, man, I want to believe.
It's definitely possible. We see kickoff into kickoff. Or a goal. We need to see a goal in 4 seconds and then a kickoff goal. Effectively.
Yeah. Or just not letting it touch the ground at all.
But we are not.
Yeah, and I believe that's not gonna happen. Oh man, it was yeah. Like you said, we love the narrative. We love underdogs and stuff like that. But now a 7-5. Canisius or Niagara did score that last few seconds there. Excuse me.
Oof. Taking a look at the stats here. It's looking. It's 8 shots from Glixie, 2 goals, 3 assists, 2 saves. I mean, that man was everywhere.
Good God. 16 total shots for the side of Canisius College. 16. I don't think we had that many in game 1 or match 1, excuse me, between the University of Delaware and Marist College between 4 games. I'm not even sure if we did. That is a wild amount of shots. Alice for the other side, putting up 7 on his own. Just shy of the most in the game, 8, like you said, coming out from this player from Canisius. And I mean, that amount of shots just says a lot about a player, right? It says a lot about where they are, their positioning, their timing, and their coordination with the rest of the team. Only good things.
Yeah, and we are going to be jumping into the next game right now, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, no, there we go. Are the teams joining? Okay, we have a slight issue. And it looks like we will very quickly be hopping to a quick break. So we'll be right back with you momentarily.
Hello and welcome back, esports fans. We got the Founders Invitational. Again, these are used for qualifying rounds, used for seeding for non-consecutive weeks of this competition. We got loads of teams here, and they'll be playing for that final event, streamed January 25th and 26th. It's online. But for now, we got not Marist College. That was last game. We got Canisius College in Niagara. Niagara with their back against the wall. 5-0 scoreline for game 1, 7-5 scoreline for game 2. So Canisius with a lot of scores, 12 total, and Niagara looking to answer in kind. I think Oz might be AFK. He has not moved yet, so we might be... Yep, okay, so we're going to be calling a new one, or, yeah. Oz didn't move from the very beginning, so I believe that is, yeah. So, not much to break down from this game. We only saw 25 seconds of play from only 5 different players. So, I guess we could talk a little bit about what we saw difference-wise between Game 1, Game 2, between Canisius and Niagara. Again, at a 5-0 scoreline for Canisius, I think it's fair to say that they're very, very dominant. They had a lot of time, a much, much, much higher time of possession. And that just led to them being able to come forth and put 5 scores up. Game 2, a different story, though, right? Niagara coming through, really coming to their own on that one, and their 5 scores is indicative of them having the ball just way more time of possession on that one. Again, just being way higher than it was for game 1. And obviously that leads to opportunities, right?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I agree with you there. We are going to be remaking the lobby one more time. Hopefully, we should be set and ready to play it out. God, tech issue after tech issue, ladies and gentlemen. I do apologize.
Getting debated by the Rocket League servers. You hate to see it. Normally, we can blame production for this one, but unfortunately, Navic here is production, so I would feel wrong doing that this time. Just this time, though. Normally, it's never failed me in the past. You know, whatever it is, even if I mess up words or mix up teams, 2 things I am very, very frequent to do. Always just blame production.
Yeah,
you with me, Navic?
Yeah, no, 100%. Sorry, just trying to handle some production side of things as you were just saying to play me.
You want to take a quick break?
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to jump to a quick break as everybody gets their internet sorted out, and we'll be right back with you momentarily.
We is back, ladies and gentlemen, here with the Founders Invitational. We got Canisius College taking on Niagara in this game 3. Niagara University has their back against the wall, Navik. They are in game 3 in a best of 5, and they have not won either the first 2 games, which means this is their last opportunity, their last shot, their last breath.
I do apologize. I was sneezing there. No, you are correct.
Navik with his own breath over here, sneezing.
Yeah. You know, sometimes you just gotta sneeze. That's how it is.
No,
but
I got you, dude.
I do agree. I absolutely. Now Niagara, I do have their back to the wall. They put on a really strong start early on, but Glixie trying to put that nail in the coffin as quickly as he can.
Yes, and that's the beginning of it, right? If you gotta put loads of nails in, that's the first one. Glixie here, first shot, 14 seconds in for Canisius. This is similar to what they did in Game 1, but I believe in Game 2 was a little bit more time between the initial score and the beginning of the game. So,
yeah, Glixie once again trying to get a tap here. Lord Bappo back and forth. Oh my goodness, almost finding a second goal.
Yeah, it kind of looked like Glixie there is playing defense for the other team for a second after that overshot there. If he'd have been a little bit farther out, he would have been able to, but I don't know what just happened and why Niagara was not set up on this one. The ball is there. There's no reason for them to start pursuing other side of the map. I'm gonna guess miscoordination. Nobody's saying that they're gonna go back to defend.
Possibly, yeah, just a bad rotation,
Possibly,
a bad call out
yeah.
on something. Yeah, no, that could absolutely be the right situation. And now Glixie resetting it. All right, I'm stuffed, getting the tap, misses the tap. Oh no, the whiff occurs here. Niagara now having ball possession. Ost 117. The man, the myth, trying to make it happen. Glixie with that reset up back to Lord Bappo. Lord Bappo finding the goal.
Nice play on that. There's no shots like that without passes like Glixie's. But seriously, Lord Bappo coming up, just absolutely nailing that one in. Really, really quick shot to left side. And that's Glixie's third. Canisius College's only scorer so far has been Glixie.
Yeah,
that might be. Oh, man.
Yeah,
that was almost a perfect side angle off initial 50-50 to get that one in there. Again, Glixie can do it on offense. He can do it on defense. Oh, I'm sorry about that. This says he only has...
Huh?
I'm sorry. My bad. Glixie, Bappo, and I'm stuff have all scored once. I was looking at the wrong stat line there. I'm sorry about that.
Oh, okay. That's absolutely fine. Yeah, no, they have been playing really well as a team. Each of them having a goal already definitely puts them in a positive position. 3 minutes, 30 seconds left onto the clock. I mean, in this situation, if you're Niagara, what do you do?
Wow. If you're Niagara, you gotta playing a little bit closer defense. This is now the second. Goal here that Niagara has given up by not being set up in a defensive situation they just simply should have been ready for. Rotating back there, maybe somebody taking control, the captain taking control and be like, no, you're supposed to play back, you got to go get it, because again, they're now allowing Canisius College to absolutely run away with this 5 scores in a minute and a half, Navik.
Oof, and that is a absolutely massive gold lead, but 3 minutes and 30 seconds left onto the clock is definitely a positive situation, because Niagara can definitely come back from that, bring them some goals. So let's see if Niagara can get that momentum and swim back in. 5 goals differential. I'll take this opportunity to say what I always say, Navik. Whatever the scoreline is at halftime, given that both teams put forward those numbers already in just the half of the time, you can always say that, just logically, that whatever that is, it can be changed, it can be doubled, it can be, and it cannot change whatsoever in the second 2.5 minutes. Whatever happens can be undone, can be saved, but not like that. Again, defensive whiffs coming out from Niagara University, just calling it like I see it, man. Yeah, and unfortunately it does happen, right? I like what Mitt was trying there.
Well, yeah, but again, there wasn't a Niagara player back in there and ready for it, man. I don't want to beat a dead horse here, but yeah, you asked me what I saw, and that's just been it so far.
Right, well,
Oz is actually not moving.
Oh, are we having another bit of a connection issue? Yeah, if that is the case,
yeah,
unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, we are already halfway into this match with a massive goal differential. So
yeah, we're about 2 minutes 50 seconds if it matters to keep track of that, but 6-0 up. Again, if that does end up mattering.
Yeah, both the teams have stopped moving, so maybe they have just decided. Let's see what the decision is there.
No, I'll gravy. What's going to be happening right now is these players are going to be communicating with Navik. We'll give him an opportunity to try and talk to these guys and figure out what's going on. I believe the rules state that if you're more than a minute in for EGF, then you have to continue playing the game, or at least pick up the score, whatever it is, from that point, and then play it a full another 5 minutes. I'm not sure if they do play with only 4, given that they ran through 60 seconds on the beginning in our theoretical situation there. But with us, I think like 2 minutes and 20 seconds in, and again with just calling it like I see it, a very one-sided game so far. We'll just be figuring it out what they want to do, right? These players could opt to just completely push it and just call the game so far. Canisius College has had very, very impressive performance so far. I can't imagine that Niagara would just want to completely chalk it because, again, they don't want to give an opportunity to win a game and score points because that is going to matter.
Has contradicted you there, and the Niagara captain has decided to just call it, give Canisius the win, ladies and gentlemen. So Canisius will be taking the set with a 3-0 victory, 6-0 overall score.
I just didn't want to, assume that they were going to be done for,
of course
right?
not. No, that is completely understandable. But ladies and gentlemen, we will now back on track, going to be playing and watching UT Arlington playing against RIT. We'll be back with you momentarily, and hopefully we don't have as many tech issues.
Hello and welcome back, esports fans. Got a little Rocket League action for you. This is the Founders Invitational here with the EGF. That's the Electronic Gaming Federation. I'm FBI Tugboat, joined with Navik Cast. This man is casting and producing for this matchup between UT Arlington, henceforth referred to as Arlington, and the Rochester Institute of Technology. Not that anybody's ever heard of that one. I'm totally kidding. That is a joke on our owner, Tyler. The Rochester Institute of Technology looking to make this a fiery matchup.
Yeah, an alumni of RIT. But now, coming into this match, I'm excited for this, right? UT Arlington, arguably... I mean, this team is borderline legendary, right? They are all top 100, or there's a top 100 team overall. So it's definitely a really tough matchup for literally anybody to be going up against. And I'm super excited to see RIT play, right? I want to see how this team adapts to playing against such a high caliber.
Yeah, anybody who does not only pay attention to the the RLCS and stuff should know at least some of these players, right?
Yeah.
Just run through here. We got UT Arlington's team consisting of Echo Clutch, Sambra, and Adverse. Rochester Institute of Technology made up of Sunblaze, Bindo, and Caso.
Caso here getting a tap. Again, right, just going back onto what we were saying about UT Arlington being such a good team. RIT has the first goal.
That they do. Rochester Institute of Technology, again, striking first. And that's a mouthful, so I'll just go ahead with RIT again. But 1 minute in, this possession has changed several times. This scoreline is not indicative of just of RIT absolutely running out and possessing this ball the entire time. UTA, the University of Texas Arlington, has been able to manage this ball well.
Yeah, no, UT Arlington playing it well, starting to gain some ball possession, but still down a goal. Sunblaze playing it patiently, tries to get it past Samba, sets it up though. Caso's going to try and commit for it. Ends up in Sunblaze's hands though. He's going to ride it against that wall, looking for the offensive rotation from his teammate. Doesn't quite find it.
Yeah, Sunblaze, not Gunblaze. That was a perfect setup all the way through. You got to be kicking yourself if you're Arlington. Well, never mind.
You got to be kicking
This
yourself.
is the Rochester. Yeah, you got to be kicking yourself for that one, right?
That was unfortunate there. He went to go for the save, and I think he realized you could kind of see him trying to slide out of the way. It looked like he pulled the handbrake, trying to stop himself, but unfortunately, he just ended up touching the ball.
No.
Yeah,
I've been there before. Like literally watching it happen, like slow motion and some kind of movie or something. 3 minutes, 10 seconds to go. Even scoreline after a slight misstep here for Rochester Institute of Technology. Pressure's on left and right, though. This is Arlington. Had possession. Now a nice rebound. Actually, it looks like they still kind of had possession. No, they're still fighting this over here. Sambra with a nice pass off here to Echo Clutch down bottom. This runaway might be it. Bindo all over it, though.
Yeah, now once again, UT Arlington tying it up. So now that they are even, we're on even ground. We're just getting into the first half, or just getting over the first half of this game one. And
Adverse.
Echo Clutch going to be able to find it there, clear it up.
Done. All right, please watch this. This is such a strategic setup, right? Adverse popping it down. Sambra hitting this one over. That's just such perfect positioning. Look at where the ball ends up. That's almost dead center. That's how you can tell that this was intentional and just, again, the work of a very well-coordinated team in Arlington.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And as I'm unsure at the moment. I think UT Arlington might be having a sub at the moment. I'm trying to... One of these names... It's been a few weeks. Last time we casted the UT Arlington, I believe, was before Christmas. So I'm trying to remember all of their player names that we saw way back
Navik, I'm more of a Power 5 kind of caster, and don't really do the Founders Invitational that well, you know. I'm totally kidding, of course. Just talking about the other conferences that are up here. I'm happy to be here, of course. 2-1 scoreline here. This is Arlington up by 1. Arlington up by trying to make it to Bindo with another fantastic and impressive defensive hold.
Yeah, Echo Clutch here. Oh, right, the pinch coming out, shooting that ball straight down between Samba and Sunblaze. Now, once again, Adverse in position, looking to set it up, and the ball jumps over him. Oh, no! Bindo seeing the opportunity.
Yeah, just a slight miscoordination there. That's just what's going to happen, but Adverse looking to change this up and get a little redemption cycle going. Sambra over there, nice pass over. Picasso and members of RIT all over this one. Again, not going to let that one happen so easily. Nicely done! Oh my god, what a setup here. Nice tying up shot for RIT. Adverse. Did he miss that again? Was that the second mishap here from this player in like 20 seconds?
I mean, I'm sure.
I just gotta call it like I see it. It kind of looked like, I mean, Adverse missed a more obvious one just a second ago, but that one leading to a score. Now tied up here is seeing I mean, the first two games are pretty even though they were, you know, sometimes the team really ran away with them. But this has been an even game.
But now, once again, oh my goodness, RIT looking to try and find their third goal again now. Oh, are they going to be able to do it? The save coming out of
Nicely
Echo
done.
Clutch.
Yeah, that was a very impressive block by Adverse. You know, I call everything like I see it, right? I'm not saying that Adverse is a bad player by any means, and that is him proving that he's got the skills to pay the bills, right? Even with small mishaps like that, you can still come back and redeem yourself, just like Sambra came through with a very, very impressive defensive push on that one, utilizing every speed trick in the book to get the corner of goal and block that one off. But Sunblaze up top, coming down, fiery action from up top, and gets right past this defender. I gotta give a shout out to that pass as well, right? It looked like a mini pinch against the wall. Not something that you're gonna see very frequently, and not something that is very easy to tell where it's going.
No, but again, RIT here, I don't think anybody was expecting to go into this and see RIT taking game one. And I'm not trying to call it like
No,
in
we're
that
not there
situation.
yet,
That wasn't intentional to be definitive, but it's just I don't think anybody would have expected it, right? But at the moment they are setting themselves up for success.
Really holding their own and not letting the pressure of some possibly well-known names up against them have any effect on this game so far. If it is, they are not letting it show, and nobody has told them. 3-2 now, just gotta touch the ground, and this will be it. Sunblaze trying, and other teammates getting up under it. Great job on that one, but might have just want to push this all the way because lead of one. That's gonna hit the bottom. RIT taking game one, 3-2. How exciting!
Very, very close. Sunblaze there with the traitor tag with the one own goal. As we look over the stats here, Sunblaze 4 shots, 3 goals. All of the goals coming out for RIT there. Plenty of teamwork as well being seen by Bindo and Carso. And you can't put UT Arlington down like that either, right? Because we see the 2 goals. It's pretty close overall. And I'm very, very curious to see how this goes into game 2. Now that both these teams are kind of warmed up against each other, kind of maybe figured each other's game plans out a little bit. I'd love to hear the communication going on right now in the downtime between the games.
Yeah, what is it exactly that they think they could do better on? That what exactly is it that they think they need to stop doing or maybe cut down on frequency of action, right?
Absolutely.
There's just theory crafting at its absolute best right now. We have no idea. It would be cool to include you know, team comps at some point, but that might be for the future. We even had a Samba player who was who just said warm up game. So UT Arlington not giving this one up by any way, shape, or form.
Yeah, and now we are going to be kicking it off into game number 2. RIT having 1 point on the board in this best of 3 series.
Best of 5.
Oh, best of 5. Sir. I completely blanked there.
All gravy.
UT Arlington managing to find that first one though. Like you said, warm-up game. I mean,
yeah, exactly. I've been saying Sambra this whole time because of the Overwatch character Sombra, and I'm sorry about that, Samba. I will try to get
Samba.
your name correct.
Yeah.
Samba, no R.
Oh dear, it's absolutely fine. Tug, it happens to the best of us. I just called our best of 5 or best of 3. We've been playing so much Rocket League. But coming
terrible
out,
casters. Get these guys out of here.
Absolutely awful. Echo Clutch here, passing it to Samba. Samba getting it down to Adverse. Sunblaze stealing it away. Echo Clutch now with possession once again. No boost from Samba. Good
Great
touch
block.
though, setting up Bindo. Going to be there to clear it away.
Yeah.
Echo Clutch right on it.
That's a shot that if our defending team there, the RIT team, had not had the boost to get there, that'd have been a fantastic aerial shot that would result in points all day long. But Bindo is there. Great management for them as Adverse taking the pass right down the middle and just line this one in. Call it a bowling ball, and that's a fast one.
And
what is...
we go.
Man, okay, so, I mean, we kind of saw this I just gotta say, man, we kind of saw with Niagara, right? Defensive positioning just not really there when the pressure is on and balls are coming. That was Casa there, just not centered up in goal, not in a great way to, try and block balls.
Yeah, and now once again, Echo Clutch has ball possession here, tries to get it away. Good challenge coming out, stealing it from underneath, but Sambo is already in the air, ready. Just in case that happened, and the prediction coming out from him was absolutely fantastic. Bindo tries to get a Caso. Echo Clutch challenges it away. Shot on goal by Sunblaze. It's going to go in.
Wow. So, yeah, this is actually now UT Arlington's chance to, kind of do what we saw, unfortunately, RIT do. Like, the pressure was there, and it just, they didn't utilize the little amount of time that they had to get there and get set up defensively. It was a fantastic pass shot from RIT all day long, but if there had been a defender there, obviously, we might have seen something different. Not for sure, we might have seen something different.
Yeah, here we go. Now, once again, pressure being put on to UT Arlington by RIT. Gotta get it past one, gets it past Echo Clutch. Samba trying to contest it, manages to get it away from Sunblaze. Carso now needs to defend it, gets it to Bindo. Bindo looking to clear it, gets contested by Echo Clutch. Adverse shot on goal, gonna find it.
Done. Wow, look at that. That was a fast one right there. We'll see the speed of this shot. 66 miles per hour. I believe that's something like 100 kilometers per hour.
Something like that. I can't do the conversion off the top of my head.
Something like that. Yeah, very, very impressive.
106 kilometers per hour.
Yeah, it was close. There you go. So UT Arlington pulling ahead with a 2-score lead on this one. After I gotta say, it just seems like they've been maintaining these possessions, and when they have a player on a breakaway, he is almost always so far able to have gotten past his counterpart on the side of RIT.
Yeah, absolutely, and that just shows UT Arlington. And when it comes off the backboard here, they do typically manage to find a goal as well. So once again, setting it up, good challenge coming out, but Samba's right on top of it, trying to stop his opposition. Adverse getting it to Samba.
Yeah,
Samba's going to recenter it, and there you see Echo Clutch trying to make the shot slightly too wide, but Samba's there. Bindo, though, also there, ready to save it.
Batting it down on that one. You can get it done on offense, get it done on defense. Fantastic defensive performance on that one. And that was almost a really, really good shot. Again, that was a UT Arlington team that was not fully set up. If he'd have gotten that, that'd be it. But Echo Clutch knocks it in there. Just absolutely diving goal on this one as we hit about halftime, 4-1 up for side of UT Arlington.
And yeah, that's going to be UT Arlington, like you said, finding that fourth goal.
Oh, man.
Like, it's one of those things, right, where you start to wonder if it was genuinely just a warm-up game for UT Arlington.
Yeah, that is what they said. That is what they said. We are now looking at the highest score differential so far in this matchup between UT Arlington and RIT. Now pressure coming onto UT Arlington. Caso trying to get this one away.
Once again, RIT having possession, shot onto goal, going slightly too high by Caso. Caso tries to get the double tap and commit there, but it does get cleared away. Adverse now with the equal opportunity for his team. But, gets bounced back. We're back in ping pong time, ladies and gentlemen.
This is typical Rocket League, right? We're seeing this ball just absolutely live within a couple car lengths of these two goalposts and not spending very much time in between.
Here we go now, once again. Back, forth, getting it to Adverse. Adverse sending it for Echo Clutch. Echo Clutch faking away his opposition, but doesn't fake away Caso.
Nice job there again, utilizing that move. Just hit this ball up and make it spend time in the air. At the absolute least, what that does is force the offending team to get something done up in the air, and if they don't have the boost, it's not going to happen. Now 5-1, extending the score differential by just a little bit. We saw, 5 total scores in the first game. Now we're looking at 7 with a minute and a half.
And then coming down once again, kickoff number 6. I think we might be going to an overall game 4. I'd like to see it go to game 5. I think game 5 would be very, very hype. I think if any two of the schools having a matchup against UT Arlington, I think RIT is going to be the one taking to game 5. I
gotta say, I think I can see it happening 100% as well. These have been very, very close games, but coming back from a 5-1 score differential is just a little bit difficult. Definitely possible, but I think we're going to see a game 4, but it's going to happen next time when the pressure's on a little bit more. Yeah. That's my prediction. A lot of comms in chat here, gotta say that.
Yeah, interesting.
Explosions to boot as well. The Sunblaze here, taking out one. We saw earlier how that doesn't actually always help, though. And it has resulted in players spawning in a more advantageous position than they were before. Of course, you do spawn back with, what, 34 boosts, right?
I think it's just around number 30.
Okay, well,
right now,
we'll pay attention next time. Nicely done. Oof. I like how Adverse didn't give that up, right? Like, all through adversity, he was right there. Echo Clutch tried that one, but I mean, what? He tapped ball 3 times past 6 seconds or so, 7 seconds. No, it's not 7 seconds, about 15 seconds, in the attempt to get that one up there, and then gets it done himself. If you want something done, go do it yourself, Navik.
Yeah, and now once again, only 20 seconds left onto the clock. I think we're definitely gonna go to 1-1. So
we're gonna see a game 4, but I think it's gonna happen in the next one. This is a RIT team that has shown that they can get it done. Obviously, they won the first game, so this is obviously a more dominant win at 6-1 over instead of 2-3. But we'll see how they fare in game 3 and who takes it.
That's gonna be 1-1 to the Arlington RIT here now, tied up overall on the scoreboards. I mean, coming into game 3. Again, we're gonna have TRIT making the switch up now, right? RIT won game 1. UT Arlington switched it up, kind of changed their play styles around, and now we're gonna have TRIT doing the same thing.
6-1 scoreline. So talk to me a little bit about these stats.
The stats overall at the moment, like Adverse with those 4 goals, but more importantly, 7 shots from Adverse, 5 shots from Echo Clutch, 6 shots from Samba. Echo Clutch, the lowest amount of shots on their team, was still 1 more than the total shots from all of our IT players combined. So that just shows you the ball possession, the ball control, and the amount of pressure that they put on. Not only that, but Echo Clutch has 3 assists in 6 of their goals. So he had a 67% participation in all of the goals overall.
Yeah. If there's a point being scored by UT Arlington, chances were in this previous round, this player was a part of that through and through. Either it was assisting or getting it himself. Now, what I got to say is Sunblaze over here, is the only player with the RIT team who got a goal in the last one, but still points-wise was the lowest. What that tells me, especially with Bindo's 7 saves, is that Picasso and Bindo were doing much better defensively than they were on offense. They did have shots, but obviously no actual goals. But the ability to get that much done defensively is fantastic. Can set up for a well-performing team. You just need to have that offense and have to have Sunblaze step up and get that done.
Yeah, and I think that's going to be what it comes down to, right? Is that coordination, those rotations. I mean, it's just core fundamentals of Rocket League. Yeah. And also, they're doing a really good job at challenging UT Arlington's aerials. Carso finding the first goal there for RIT. This is what they need.
Yeah, this is not a UT Arlington team that saw this one at all. Talk about a takeaway. Adverse was, like he was in the right position, but he was already moving forward, a little bit with the team to try and apply pressure in midfield and stuff. Not a bad way. I don't think anybody except for that offending player saw that takeaway coming.
Yeah, no, he committed for that and took it away. And that's going to be goal number 1, like I said, which is a great position to be, because now if UT Arlington managed to just get one of their spontaneous goals out from them, they're still just going to be timed.
Yeah. Well, because we've seen Arlington get a couple of the longer balls, right? Not lucky shots by any means now. Don't take my words as mean that at all. This is a coordinated team that has earned every goal they've had so far, but some of them have come off the back of longer shots when, defensive players were not fully set up. We talk about rotations, that is how you get there.
Yeah, and I think that's why the word spontaneous works a little bit more, like a little better when describing how UT Arlington plays, right? Because they seem to have these giga-brain communication coordination setups where you just don't see it coming until they're shooting on goal.
And I mean, that's so indicative of good players, right? Like being able to see these coming and like evaluate a situation just like we, previously saw against Averse, right? And just like that, this is the, Arlington, really, really getting it done. They know the value of a good pass.
Yeah, Adverse to Echo Clutch. Adverse wasn't even going for the goal there. He was 100% trying to bait the opposition away, tap it on the backboard, get it to Echo Clutch, and just let Echo Clutch get a free shot in because the other team committed for the ball. And it's those mental mind games.
My bad. What I was going to say is you can tell that a lower shot would have been blocked off easy peasy. That was Bindo and Casso all over that one. If that had been lower, that would not have no way that would have gotten in, and we'd see a defending team with a hard rebound, right? So that ball would not have been in position for our Echo Clutch player on the offense to have gotten that one in.
Ooh, Samba there showing off. I believe he may have just gotten the flip reset as well there. Didn't commit to it. But always fun to see a bit of styling on your opposition, kind of showing off his skill.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, missed defensive block. Picasso is there, so yeah, gotta say this is a Rochester Institute of Technology team that has done much better at getting there when they need to defensively. Much better.
Yeah, the defensive rotations are really improving here. And that's the other thing. When you play against such a good team, you have to step it up, and that makes you a better team.
Yeah. I've said it before, previous casts, especially since we've talked a little bit about this Arlington team. Players hit the ball whenever they can. Professionals wait for you to make a mistake. And now this is a RIT team that is simply making less mistakes.
Absolutely. And also a UT Arlington team that's playing well. 1-1. They're keeping them at bay, and I think that's the most important thing we can be saying about RIT at the moment.
Yeah.
Is they are going blow for blow and retorting those back as well.
Yeah. Arlington has not been playing poorly at any point in this game. I really just think the difference between game 1 to now is an RIT team that started out again making some mistakes with defensive rotations and have eliminated those mistakes. They have been able to see what they were doing, and in that time, either between matches or maybe in between games, or in between entire matches, in between entire games, or even when somebody's responding or whatever, they're able to coordinate with their team and just cut out those mistakes. That is core Rocket League.
Yeah. Core fundamentals, I think, in absolutely any...
Yeah, literally any competition.
Yeah,
right? Realizing what you're doing wrong, nixing that.
Yeah, you just described just self-evaluation and team evaluation. It's an important skill for anybody to learn that wants to improve.
Yeah. You gotta keep your commentary calls like super not specific, right? So you're like always right. You're always correct.
Yeah, super duper vague, right? broad strokes. But now.
And go ahead, big dog.
Okay. Well, I was, that was us both being polite. No, I was gonna say, but at the same time here, UT Arlington are setting something up. They were playing super defensive, and I think we're waiting, like you said, for them to make a mistake and push maybe slightly too aggressive. Maybe that's the general consensus that they're coming to. RIT with an attempt there. Echo Clutch with a save. They go for it again and again. Oh no! I think there might have actually been. Oh, okay. Wait.
Yeah, a teammate hitting a Samba, not able to get it done there at the end. Man, that was that was an Arlington team. I think everybody got a defensive block on that in the past 15 seconds or so. I think every one of these three players touched that ball defensively and kept RIT from scoring for at least a while. Now, that is going to work ultimately to the advantage of RIT because time is now against the University of Texas Arlington.
Yeah, UTA now on the back burner, and we can't say that we've seen that very frequently. Whew.
We have not. And we might even see our first actual overtime game. We're definitely going to see a game 4 no matter what, and who wins this, but maybe actually overtime. Who knows? 30 seconds to go. One more goal by UT Arlington will spell overtime. OT.
Yeah, I mean, that'll be the first overtime that we've seen so far. Just this evening.
Tonight. Exactly. But RIT looks like they're more comfortable just kind of playing this ball and keeping it rolling around to eat up this clock.
Yeah, and I think it's also important to say something that we haven't mentioned is RIT and UT Arlington are both undefeated in their series.
Yeah.
Week 1.
Bindo is saving the game there. Man, oh man, this guy got 7 defensive blocks last game. I am incredibly excited to see what that stat line is this time.
Yeah, so going back to my prior point, just 2 seconds. Going over it, week 1, UT Arlington beat Canisius 3-0. RIT beat Marist 3-0. Then week 2, UT beat Niagara 3-0, and RIT beat Siena 3-0. So both of these teams haven't dropped a game. Like an individual round in their sets, and now they've both dropped it against each other, right? They're both playing to keep that perfect series score now. And going over the stats of this individual game, you have Bindo with 3 shots, Bindo and Caso both having very similar score lines, but Bindo with 6 saves. Can we talk about how much that man is doing work, right? 6 saves is a phenomenal scoreline. It just shows how defensive you're being. But when you also have tied shots and a goal. Sunblaze has kind of taken a bit to the back burner after playing super duper well in their first win. And now jumping into the next game. This could be match point for RIT.
Yeah, seriously, a very apt analysis. Seriously, that is almost word for word and without your key little accent of what I was gonna say. I feel like last time we saw Sunblaze, I kind of mentioned that we needed the offensive performance from him, but really, you don't need that when you had Casa and Bindo really step up in this previous game. Now we're gonna see how this does play out. RIT up in the series 2-1.
But yeah, no, now the kickoff coming off. It's one of those things where I think I really don't know. I really think this is going to go to a game 5. But if there we go, UT Arlington managed to score the first one there. Samba making sure it is at least going to go to a game 5. I was going to say, if RIT managed to beat UT Arlington and only drop one game, I think that's going to surprise everybody.
Yeah, I mean, you said it, man. Both of these teams were undefeated coming in here. It is the nature of the competition that we need a winner, we need a loser. There's no ties here in Rocket League. One of these teams will be going home with their first L so far in the Founders Invitational. Nice explosion there, and that's going to set it up. Fantastic play here by RIT. You know, the best block is no B there, right? And they made sure that defender was not there.
Yeah, that demolition there was really smart. I could almost say that, you know, it was a bit of a clutch on Echo Clutch. But he did get demoed, and it was important, right? Because Echo Clutch has been a core part, I think, of every single play we've seen come out from UT Arlington. He seems to be a bit of the pin, right?
An everyman.
Take him out, yeah. And
the jack of all trades.
At the moment, it worked out for them. They managed to tie it up, so that first goal UT Arlington scored super duper early, completely nullified. But this is another opportunity, as there's nobody in defense. If UT Arlington don't get a goal on this open goal, that's so unfortunate for them.
Yeah, I mean, just with the amount of time this ball spent aloft, that was an RIT team that was able to get back there and respond. Like you said, if that had just been a little bit lower, we'd be looking at a reset right now, and we'd be looking at an Arlington team up 2-1. As it is, we're looking at 1-1 as 1 minute expires. Playtime-wise, as we're in, Samba getting super aggressive with it, and Echo Clutch, like you mentioned, all over this ball, as he is one to do.
Yeah, Echo Clutch, again, just playing super duper well. With the rest of his team, like, again, UT Arlington are just an absolutely class. They are a unit, but RIT might be their kryptonite.
Seriously, and it might be. I think that's easy to call so far because they're up 2-1 in the series after, like you said, just a lot of eyes were on this Arlington team. I think it's a fair way to say it. What we're looking at, though, is RIT just completely in the driver's seat. They have engineered this game, and it is going exactly the way they want to. A little bit high there. That ball not going to land on top of that one, as now the pressure comes on the other side. Long rebound equals a flip in possession. Nicely done. Echo Clutch again. All over these balls, man. Getting it done himself. I think that was Adverse. Yeah, that was Adverse who did hit it. I'm not sure if that was an intentional pass because there was an offending player there, an opponent there, excuse me. But still just making the most of it, right? Echo Clutch, man, this has been his game.
And now at the moment, tied up 2-2. 3 minutes left onto the clock. I mean, I really don't know which they are. These are two titans trading blow for blow.
And and in a very large respect. Oh, the guillotine, the self. Wow, my goodness. Sunplay is bringing the fire from above on that one. Look at this. Comes up, and then he has got to be out of boost. There's no way. He got to have gone up there with like 90 or something like that. That was a very impressive play by this guy. I've said it before, I'll say it again. If you want something done, Navi, you got to do it yourself. That's Sunblazing, encapsulating that phrase through and through. Bring it to life.
Yeah, and now, my goodness. Okay, here we go. Oof.
That was almost really bad for RIT after some really nice goals there. If that last little bit had missed, we'd be looking at a lineup and an even score.
Now, coming out. Tap. Coming out Bindo, passing it, resetting it. Looking to go for a waterfall. Didn't find it, though, as Samba was up there. Now Samba's going to clear it away. This is now UT Arlington has the onus to try and score and tie this up. And they aren't going to find it. Oh, my goodness, Carso.
Casso says no go on that one, sends this one flying, and now in the driver's seat is RIT. They've got it. Midfield push now. Adverse flipping this one around. Momentum going the other way as Samba in just the right positioning on that one as it went for a little roller action. RIT did to try and get this on the other side. Not going to happen. Not so easy. Now Adverse trying to get something done himself. Takes a page from Echo Clutch's book, and Samba is there after both defenders whiff the defensive block.
Well, there you go. 3-3, ladies and gentlemen. 2 minutes left onto the clock. We are 30 seconds into the second half.
We're seeing a game 5.
And
We're
it's
seeing a
dead
game
tied.
5.
You think so? You calling
100%.
it?
Look at this. Every single time RIT has scored, we've seen within a minute, less than a minute, I think, and we got 2 of them left here in Avic. We've seen Arlington come back and score to, to tie this up or to take an advantage. We're seeing a game 5.
Oh no, we've seen RIT take the advantage every time.
I meant the last game and a half. What I'm saying is Arlington has not let this get away from them.
No. Well, there you go.
And there it is again. Thank you, Arlington. I appreciate you proving my point and proving Nivik wrong.
Wow. Some hostility coming out in the casting booth today. But Adverse there. Fantastic goal. Does put UT Arlington up into the advantage state for the first time this game.
Yeah, seriously. Game one was very close. Game 2 was a complete one-sided barn burner here for Arlington. Now Arlington is trying to recreate that, tie this up in the game 4, and push it to a game 5 in this best of 5 series.
Yeah, now once again, RIT are going to be looking to try and even this goal out, go it into overtime. Bindo with the opportunity takes a shot, goes for the backboard. There's a lot of whiffs. There's an opportunity, and that's going to be 4-4. RIT tying it up.
Sunblaze's second score on this one, I believe. I was just going to say what I would like to see is Sunblaze and Casso both getting opportunities aerially over here in front of Arlington's goal. We saw that was Sunblaze with a very impressive guillotine play by himself 2 or 3 scores ago. I think that they have the ability to go up there and put the pressure on, and Arlington has not been able to answer effectively every single time.
Yeah.
Now, some of the times they have, but not every time have they been able to. So.
Right now, once more, right, Adverse hit, getting the tap, finds the goal.
Nice.
Minute buzzer just went as well. Oof.
I think that's 2 scores now in a row. No, excuse me. That was yeah, that's been broken up actually. Well, it was 1-1-1 now, right? Past 3 scores.
I believe. Oh. No.
Arlington scoring and then RIT and then...
No. It was RIT scoring.
Oh no, you're right,
Arlington
because
scoring,
they're ahead. That's 2 in a row.
Yep. Yeah.
Yep. Excuse me. Pressure on here. Bindo going up top, looking for it. Samba's all over him though. Again, not going to happen so easily. Call this guy the anti-aircraft gun because Casso fell just as soon as Echo Clutch was able to get him down bottom. Now respawning in. Offenders only have 2 players. Bindo there. Over the side. Nice stop on that one. Completely neutralized that momentum. Casso here playing back and a nice block away, but this is RIT. Needs to score one. They need to score one now.
Now once more Adverse trying to get it to Echo Clutch. Echo Clutch stealing it away, centering it back up. His team's going to be taking a shot. Adverse is there. Takes the shot on to goal. Saved by Casso once again. Now this is the opportunity. This is the only chance RIT has to tie out this game.
Are we going to see a game 5? Adverse trying to make this up to 2, and he does! And I do believe with that we have secured our game 5 scenario. Is that correct, Navik?
It's looking like it. I mean, I'm no psychic, right? We could have a kickoff goal into kickoff goal.
Look at this guy. Echo Clutch was previously the one who was doing it, but now that's Adverse with some very impressive aerial footwork on that. Maybe call it wing work or something else, because that was pushed across at least 2 defenders.
Yeah.
Game 5.
Whew. Now, coming in to a game number 5, the last game of the evening. And I said at the start of the set, if anybody's going to take UT Arlington to game 5, it's going to be RIT. And they've successfully done it, right? They have pushed this Titanic team to their limits.
Seriously. Two undefeated teams. We're going to see loser going home, tail between their legs on this one. 5 shots for Sunblaze. So that is the kind of performance that I was predicting last game. Now coming out in this one, 5 shots, 2 goals. Even here with Casso, as scorelines just along the other side were just a little bit different, right? These guys getting a lot more attempted shots in there. Goals only being 2 more, of course, but the attempted shots were much higher for UT Arlington in that last match, or round, excuse me.
Yeah, and now we're going to be getting into the last game of the evening. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're as excited as we are to figure out who's going to win this set. Because really, I think it's up in the air.
It's up in the air. I see what you did there, my friend. Sunblaze makes it not so up in the air and blocking this one away. And now with this team, RIT, getting up close. Actually, we saw Claire just call for a reset.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Was there a bit of an accent there?
Okay.
All right, so we are.
So they did call for a reset before the score. So we are going to put this one out all the way 0-0 5 minutes. Is that correct?
Yes, that is exactly what we're gonna do.
Gotcha. Just making sure we're letting the people know to expect, right?
I will see if I can get an update momentarily to see why the reset happened.
Yep. And a quick shout out here. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Obviously, I feel that I've done many games here with Electronic Gaming Federation between the high school and collegiate founders here with this Power 5 stuff that I was doing previously, and I appreciate everybody tuning in. Obviously, a whole lot of names here logically can be expected to continue to show their names, show their faces, and do big things in esports. This is just merely a stepping stone.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I'm
EGF 1?
Yeah, that is correct.
Okay.
I'm excited to see where this goes. This series is like, I believe the term that you use is a barn burner. Is that
barn burner?
That the correct terminology?
Yes, sir.
It's exciting. I really don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know where we're gonna end up. And
no, I called the game 5, but I have no idea what's gonna happen here in Epic.
Like really, at the moment, this just feels like you know what? I'm gonna call it. I have no idea. There you go. That was the call you didn't expect. We're gonna hit it off into the kickoff. Echo clutch.
We have no predictions. We know nothing.
Getting the advantage. Stay here. Good attempt. Okay, Bindo clearing it away though. The man has been working so hard.
Bindo on the offense, man. Go hand in hand like America and apple pie. I don't know. Long range shot here is pressure now put on to RIT. The second time this game.
Yes.
Clutch here, getting up close and personal, trying to knock this one away and did maintain that. Now possession onto Arlington. They're looking for a nice setup here. Samba with the first shot. Echo clutch not there for the follow-up. Not something we're going to see very frequently.
Yeah, no, and we're already 40 seconds into the game, and there's not been a goal already.
Oh my goodness. Bindo and Echo clutch doing battle up top. Little dogfight, if you would. The airplanes going at it. That's basically what these guys are. When they're loaded up with 80 plus boosts, that's basically what they are.
Yeah, or you know they could call them planes or supersonic rocket bag and acrobatic power cars. You know.
Well, I'm not as linguistically gifted as you are, Navik, so I'll just keep it with airplane. Airplane.
Reasonable. You know what? I'll take the compliment. I'll take the compliment and keep going. Adverse here, looking for the flip reset, gets the tap. Tries to go for it again. Echo clutch, Castle with the save. Echo clutch, a good attempt there on the shot on goal. Castle though, once again, a defensive prowess really showing. Opportunity for RIT. They don't find it though.
Yeah, Sunblaze, nice follow up on that one, but was not able to get that through. Not one, but two different Arlington members. Obviously, that's not something anybody's gonna find like lint in their pocket. This is an Arlington team that is playing very, very well, and this is two teams that have been incredibly aggressive. Now Bindo striking first. So what I was going to say is this is two completely different teams, right? They are still there, and they're still playing well and coordinating, setting up, and getting the rotations in there, but everything in this game so far has just been more fast-paced. Everybody knows that this is Game 5.
Yeah, and this is it, right? RIT taking the lead in game number 5.
Yeah, this ball just living in the air. Yeah. This is, I mean, by this ball continuously being, spending time up in the air, that is literally pressuring every single one of these guys to get up there, maintain boost, use it very, very wisely, because there's only so much you can do down bottom without that sacred boost. You're only one true resource in this game.
Yeah.
Playing time.
And here you see it going adverse, right? Good tap. Cleared away though, contested, coming out. RIT is not afraid to contest UT Arlington in the air, and I think that's the biggest thing. They are going for them match to match. They're standing their ground, or should I say, keeping air control. And here's going to be the, oh my goodness, Echo Clutch for once doesn't find the easy goal.
Yeah, again, that was that was something you'd find like Pocket Blend. And Echo Clutch not getting that, just uncharacteristic. This is a player that has just been getting way harder shots than that all through these games so far.
Yeah, I think maybe the armor's starting to crack with the pressure.
Not for Adverse, though. He's all over these defensive plays, and that was just another one to add to the logbook on that. Being done now with a good stop on this, but ball momentum now sent towards middle field as RIT gets in the offender's position.
Go, Echo Clutch, right? Bindo challenges it, clears it away, puts it in the side.
Another number I want in this game is like the number of possession changes, right? Like when the opposing team hits it after one team has for a while, because this has gone back and forth. Again, this has been much more fast-paced. None of these teams are really even bothering to try for like longer setups, and they can see the other team do the exact same thing. There's no time left in these players' clocks.
Yeah, oh, okay, trying Carso. Goes under, good touch here coming out from Bindo. Carso in possession to recenter it for his team. Minute left on the clock, and only one goal has been had this entire game.
Yeah, what? We saw a game 1, 5 total scores, game 2, 7 total scores, game 3, 3. This has been far and away the lowest scoring game so far, even if these guys came out and put up 3 in the last minute.
Yeah, it's really, really starting to come down to the wire here. I would not be surprised if we go into overtime. And there, oh my goodness, they saved it!
That was so close! Sunblaze, man. Gotta be. Yeah, that's just a very, very good block. Sunblaze has gotta be thanking the Lucky Stars for getting that one. Or not Lucky Stars, thanking the Skillful Stars. Another really, really fast shot and another block by Sunblaze. Setting fire to this ball as this Sunblaze players we're looking at 30 seconds to go. RIT is still up.
And now 30 seconds left. And the ball is not where UT Arlington wants it. Oh, it's in their side of the court.
Pressure is against this Arlington team again. RIT with a nice takeaway on this one as Samba commits fully. Adverse over the side, got himself that big boost. Now trying, 9 seconds to go. The flip comes in there and Samba takes it. Nicely done. That was a fantastic setup here by Adverse, getting this ball up close. Right there, past one, not two, not one, but two there. Adverse did his I believe that was Casso, did his best to try and get that one away, but Adverse, fantastic job.
Yeah, no, this is now 5 seconds left onto the clock. The amount of demolitions coming out, a massive... Oh, my goodness.
That's a long range.
Oh, no, okay.
Oh, okay. This is an Arlington team who wants to be thanking their Lucky Stars. That is thanking the Lucky Stars, because that would have been a goal, my friend.
Yeah, now this is coming into overtime, ladies and gentlemen. If you don't watch much Rocket League or quite understand the game, if the teams end up in a tie situation, instead of the game ending in a tie, it goes into overtime. And the team to score the first goal is going to be decided the victor. Strap yourself in for a long one, ladies and gentlemen.
Match.
Because
instant,
we could be here for a while.
Yeah, exactly. There's no time limit on this one, and this is as even as it gets. Again, even with this, if this will end at 1-2, and there it is. Samba gets it in. Arlington with another nice bounce play on that one. I gotta say, if there's another difference between these two teams, that was Samba on this one who got it. Echo Clutch, I think, got 2 of them of the similar format. Like being able to bounce this one around, especially when there's defenders in front of you, is just so impressive, because the inclination to just hit it really, really hard is always there, obviously. And if you do that with a bounce, it is going to go either high or hit a crossbar, right? 9 times out of 10.
Yeah, and that's going to be UT Arlington taking the series. But let's not underestimate RIT, right? Or lowball what they did. They took UT Arlington to Game 5, which I don't think anybody thought, right? They went toe-to-toe in pretty much every single game. The final game came down to overtime. What an absolutely phenomenal series, ladies and gentlemen. I want to thank the schools for playing this evening. It's been an absolute pleasure to cast.
It really was.
We
had 2 overtime rounds this all 3 games between... Yeah, that was University of Delaware and Marist College. That was University of Delaware winning that one. Canisius and Niagara with Canisius winning that one. And then Arlington and RIT this last game, right? And we saw 2, not 1, but 2 overtime games, and both of them were in this last one. And one of them was a Game 5. You don't get closer, Navik. What an awesome and interesting game.
Yeah, no, it really, really came down to that. And ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be it for us this evening. Thank you all for tuning in. Make sure, of course, to follow us on Twitter and Twitch at official EGF. I have been at Cavan Navik Dignan. You can find me on Twitter at NavicCasts.
Yes, sir. And I am Jordan FBI Tugboat Fitzpatrick, doing the nice formal quotations in the middle. You can find me over at Twitter at twitter.com/FBI_tugboat. That's where I'm at.
And we will see you tomorrow if you would like to tune in for the Power 5 Invitational at the same time, which is 6:05 EST. We'll see you then.